how to mix your own turquoise oil color from scratch with pigments. It's the best recipe I come up with so far. You can pause the video to see the full list of ingredients that you will need. But of course the pigments can do with acrylic as well. You just need a medium for binder then. So that's very easy. But this is how to mix your very own turquoise oil color. So I'm starting with the base and I'm using impasto, but you can also use painting butter or cold wax medium. This is the base for the paint and what makes out actually most of the paint itself. Then I'll be adding some white. I have a whole bucket here of titanium white. Always needed. The more the better of titanium white. Then I'm adding some turquoise pigment and some light blue pigment as well, the lightest I could find. When picking out pigments and mixing colors, I go by what the eye likes and some experience. I bought these two to mix because the turquoise was very green that they had. So this is not a specific brand, it's just randomly from a good local painting shop that I found. And then I'm adding some drying medium, a few drops, just to make it dry better. But yeah, the more mediums that you add, the more drying mediums you also need to add, because it will take more time to dry. Like the more liquidy the paint is, the more drying medium you will need. Now I'm just mixing it all out and adding more pigments as is needed. It's better to start with little and then you just add more of whatever ingredients you need. Best is also to sift through the pigments to avoid clumps, which I'm obviously not doing here. My preference with the consistency of the paints is more thin rather than thick. Then go ahead and give the mixing all you got. We want the texture to be smooth and soft. You have to stir it very, very well, a lot. So I did a fast speed there, but it takes a lot to just smooth it out exactly, because once you paint you don't want any kind of surprises of like white dots or something. So there you go. There you have your perfect turquoise oil paint. And the best way to store your oil paint is in these aluminum tubes. I buy them in bulk, a whole bucket of empty aluminum tubes. So you just stuff it in there, into the tube with your spatula. And while you're stuffing it down, it's good if you can kind of hammer it down. Hammer it against the table with force, just like I'm doing here. And this will force the paint down the tube, so it really gets down there. Then you will need to close it up, squeeze together the end of the tube so that the air comes out. And once you think you got most of the air out, you will need to squeeze together the ends with some pliers. And just fold it in a couple of times and tighten every fold with the pliers. Wipe it all off, wipe your tools off so they are not all colored. Clean everything off. Remember that, because oil colors, they do not go away easily once dried. So here you go, your own made turquoise color. Follow for more cool colors and painting tips.